There is something so calming about surrounding ourselves with healthy indoor plants. Today, I'm giving my favorite houseplants and some tired old planters a complete makeover to create a brighter, more peaceful home. Nevertheless, I thought this would be a simple planter makeover, but then drama happened. Watch until the end to see what happened. Hey friends, welcome again to my channel. Did you all have a good week? I hope so. I did myself, despite the current heat wave happening in the UK. Before we get into today's video, I'd like to give you a little update of my Juliet Balcony transformation from a couple of weeks back. Have a look here, the fuchsia have blossomed beautifully. I also added other plants such as this sweet William plant. I have even dared to plant some store-bought spring onions from kitchen leftovers. And this wonderful gypsy deep rose plant is one of the new additions. And look at that beautiful cover by the white and purple sweet alyssum and vibrant yellow bidens. Unfortunately, the heat wave got the jasmine, but I can still see a few blossoms, so there's still hope. The petunias are continuing to thrive. I also added dahlias. These pink and yellow blooms here are dahlias. Here is more bidens and sweet alyssum. That beautiful variegated foliage is a coleus mix that I popped in there as well, and it brings a nice pop of color. And here is a wide shot of my little Juliet balcony. This is how it looks like so far. I intend to add a few more plants before the warm season ends. I truly enjoy just sitting in my living room and looking out here. It's a sight for my sore eyes. Anyway, friends, today I'm going to be doing some indoor gardening. And who doesn't like indoor plants? Unless, of course, you're allergic to certain kinds of plants. We all know that indoor plants enhance your living space by purifying the air, boosting your mood, and lowering stress. So join me today as I attempt to achieve just that. I've had this peace lily for about 3 years now, and over time it's lost its shine. So I will try to revive it. I'll plant it on this lovely flower pot here, but before I do that, let's transform the flower pot. I will start by removing the old soil and then completely cleaning out the pot. This is another peace lily that I had around the house, but it's completely wilted, and so I'll just discard it and use this pot for another plant. So friends, here's an interesting story with a lesson to learn at the end. I had this great idea to give this flower pot a fresh coat of paint, and I thought I had scored when I found this one for very cheap at Poundland, which is the equivalent of the dollar store. Unfortunately, I am struggling to open it. You can see me here trying by all means to do just that. I'm sure that the manufacturers have a very easy and precise method of how this should be opened. At this moment, I have absolutely no idea. And please excuse my stained top. That's just a splash of water I got while I was washing the planter. Let me tell you friends, I finally got it opened, but not even with a tin opener you saw me struggling with, but with a good old knife. And I did this off camera so that I don't trigger anybody. All I can tell you is that I broke a sweat or two. And that is not even the end of this story. This paint has a horrendous strong smell, but I am determined at this point to make it work. I'm hoping the smell will disappear after it dries. It's a gorgeous white satin color. I'm using a sponge brush for a smooth finish. The truth though at this point is that I have decided the smell is much too strong for me, and I will just do one coat, which is sufficient anyway, as it has very good coverage. This is one redeeming quality for this paint, at least. The moral of the story: cheap is not always a bargain. Sometimes cheap is expensive. This shouldn't discourage us though from looking for bargains when we shop. Finally. Let's let that dry and get on with the next transformation. This is a ceramic planter that holds a snake plant, and this snake plant is doing really badly. It's time to give both the planter and plant a new lease of life. I thrifted this ceramic planter for just £6 a while back. I fell in love with it because of its rustic style and two-toned design, and this upper textured portion, plus this decorative circular tag hanging from the side. It's been fun enjoying it in its natural style, but it's time to give it a fresh look with just spray paint and some rubbing buff. And there we have it. I know some of you may be protesting about right now, but hang in there, trust the process. So I have this antique gold rubbing buff that I'm going to use around the upper textured portion of the planter. What I like about this rubbing buff is that a little goes a long way, and the transformation is always massive. Now just sit back and enjoy the transformation. And here is the final result. It looks brand new and like a completely different planter with brighter and more modern vibes. Right, we are going to pot a different plant for our new revamped planter. Let's get this fresh compost into the pot first. This is the pot that had the snake plant. It was way too small for the snake plant's root system. No wonder it was drying up. But I also want to take responsibility that I neglected to water it when I should have. And friends, I buy all my plants just from the supermarket. I don't have a garden center nearby, so I depend on my closest local supermarket. And they have quite quality plants to choose from. And here is my new plant. It's a bird of paradise, and I love it for its glossy leaves and paddle-shaped glossy leaves. Look at that root system. I'll probably need to replant it into another bigger pot after a while, but for now, it will have a home here in this lovely pot. So let me stage it for you, friends, so that you see how pretty this bird of paradise is in the right planter. Here is a fun fact. Did you know that the bird of paradise and the banana plant are related? They belong to the same botanical order. But I won't bore you with the botanical names. Just look at how this one looks like a mini banana plant. All right, let's tackle the snake plant now. I have sourced for it this larger planter, and hopefully it will thrive in its new home. If you notice, I have divided the snake plant into two because it had become quite overgrown. Hopefully, this will give it a chance to grow healthier. I will just need to find another planter for the other piece. And so I'm going to stage this one as well for you. I have a theme of white and gold going on here. Although this planter is more grayish blue than white, so this is grayish blue and gold. Isn't it just elegant? Okay friends, guilty as charged. I did not show you how I planted this one. The truth is, it took days for the bad smell to go away. I also extended the legs of the planter with wooden cupboard knobs and painted them white as well. The peace lily found its home here. I added some pebbles to the surface of the soil to deter little fruit flies that are rampant this summer. I'm also hoping that this plant will become more lush with time than it currently is. Finally, I cannot leave without showing an overview of the work I have done with my indoor plants this week. It feels really good to see all my plants healthier looking and living in beautiful planters. This has enhanced my home, my environment, and my well-being. And here is a wide shot of my plant corner. You can see other plants around the area. Disclaimer: some of the hanging ones are fake, but it all works well together. And on top of my large shelf here is this beauty, the spider plant, in an antique planter alongside other plants that I will not address today. I suppose I can officially call myself a plant mom and give my beautiful plants all the best care I possibly can. Dear friends, it's been lovely having you here today. Thank you for watching to the end. Let's meet again next week for another fabulous episode. Bye!